challenge going finally. Okay, here we go. On a ramp. Accept. Oh man. 10,000 years! Give you such a crick in the neck. Oh, and he's going flying. So this actually should be his game, I think. We'll see what happens. Good enough. We're gonna keep this. Hear that, Cryptozoic? My wife is yelling at me because of you. Just saying. She says it's almost 11 o'clock. She's not happy. I think the first turn? Alright. It'd be really nice to draw into a Chlorophyllia here so I can turn 3 Fist. That seemed pretty good. Turn 3 Honeycap should be pretty good too, though. It would be a 4/4 Honeycap. Sensei's not going to do a lot versus him. If he's playing whatever it is, turn 2, if he has a turn 2 whatever, then that could be a problem. Turn 2 Thunderbird. Playing his own Howling Brave, okay. Pretty strong play. I'll be able to play that in the next turn. So we just play the shard here. Play Sensei, and I really won't attack him with Howling Brave here. It's not worth it to me. That's really good. Get fuel for the Root Dancer. I'm close to getting my Fist online, so that's really good. I wonder how interactive his deck is. Probably not that interactive. He's obviously in Diamond. He could be playing Baneslayer Pony, and that could be a problem for me. But I'll have a 3/3 Sensei coming at him the next turn. That seems pretty good. The following turn I'll have a 5/5 Honeycap. Totem, okay. He's going to spend all his resources doing that. That's fine. If he attacks in, I'll block with Sensei. I don't think he will, though. No, I didn't think so. So it looks pretty good for me. I feel like it's pretty good right now. 5 cards to 5 cards. I got my cantrip off. Prep phase. Make sure we do this properly. Another Sensei we don't really need to play here, so we're going to play Howling Brave. Root Dancer. Wild Shard for Sensei. Attack step, swing Sensei. No reason for him to block here, really. Of course, he just gives his totem like lifelink or something, or flying. And, I mean, kind of invalidates my guy, but play Honeycap in the next turn. It'll be a 5/5. I'll probably spread out the love. Root Dancer, and maybe pump my Howling Brave. I don't know. It depends on what he does. We'll see what he does on his turn. I wonder if he has the answer for my Fist or not. Just kind of gotta look to see what's on the board and what's going to be playing here. Not a whole lot of tricks or surprises going on. I've only got 2 tricks in the deck, which is the 2 Wild Auras, so. Doesn't have the resources to play his pony yet. His totem is pretty slow right now compared to the damage output I've got. See, you can give it flying. Or no way. Oh, he can ready it. He can give it virtual. He can give it virtual vigilance or virtual steadfast. I expect him to attack him with totem, in which case I'll take whatever he's given. If he attacks with Howling Brave, I'll probably take that too, because I really can't afford to lose Root Dancer if he has any type of tricks. Root Dancer's way too important to risk losing it to a pumped Howling Brave or something silly. No, he's not going to attack in. Okay, second main. I would have attacked with a totem, because that's a safe attack for him to make. There's no reason for me to block it, really. Okay, end step, okay. I don't know what he's got now. It's interesting. Okay, so no attacks, that's surprising to me. So we have to play this Wild Shard first, so we can get the maximum stuff out of our Honeycap. We want to buff up our Sensei, I think, some more. Just buff it up. So we'll go ahead and do that. Buff Sensei. Second main phase, we'll play our Honeycap. Make him think I have something else I can do here. So, attack step. Considering playing Crash of Beast, but I don't know, I feel like it's that worthwhile to play. It's going to repel my guy. Okay, that seems pretty good. So that'll kill him outright. Okay, so it's fine. Second main phase, I'll go ahead and gain my life here. Could play Crash and Sensei here. I feel like that's actually the better play. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to Crash and Sensei here. And then we'll tap this guy and we'll play Sensei. So I can hopefully get to that next resource. That makes Honeycap even bigger. Yeah, so there we go. We got Fist coming down in the next turn, so. Repel really doesn't answer Fist. He only has 4 answers for Fist in the deck, so we'll see if he has the removal or not. I feel like I'm in a really good position here. Still, Rhino can swing away. Can actually play the Shard, buff like the Sensei, and then swing both the Sensei and the Rhino in the next phase. So, he's got possible 5 resources on board. He could play he could be playing Battle Beetle in this deck. I'm not sure. Most likely not, though. He's probably holding on to his pony. He's kind of got stifled on his resources is what it looks like right now to me. I think he's just getting hosed on resources. So what's going to happen in the next turn is it'll be Wild Shard to buff Sensei, swing Rhinoceros Sensei, and then play Fist in the second main phase. Again, this is the problem we're seeing a lot with playing decks in general right now. Okay, so he's got a Surge Mechanism, which makes me wonder what he's playing in the deck that's going to be a good thing for him. Yeah, so he can actually activate it now. I guess it gives him a lot to pump Totem with, but Totem's just so slow at this point in the game, with so much damage coming through. 3 cards left in his hand. He could still have an answer for Fist there somewhere. I'm guessing he has a Baneslayer pony he can't play right now. There's a very good possibility that's what's sitting in his hand. Okay, pass turn. We'll see what we draw into. Okay, another crash, which is pretty bad for him. But we don't have to really play it here. So we're going to play this, buff our sensei, go to our attack step, do the exact plan we were doing. He can't buff his totem at all, so our sensei is pretty safe here. I could even swing with Root Dancer to force a trade with totem, but no, I'd still rather not lose it. I could even swing with Howling Brave. No, I can't swing with Howling Brave because I need the resources for Briggadon Fist right now, so... So he could still, I think Repel is 2. Yeah, so he can repel one of these guys if he wanted to, but he probably won't want to. 6 damage is a decent amount of damage, pretty respectable. Okay, second main phase, we'll go ahead and exhaust this guy. Play Fist. Fist is pretty good against this deck. Again, it has 4 answers to Fist, and so like he has to answer it. Like he has very limited time to really answer Fist. Okay, what do we got here? He must be activating a search mechanism. Unless there's another answer to Fist that I don't know about. Yeah, he's activating a search mechanism. Okay. I really don't feel like he can race Fist though at this point with his totem being just a 2/2. It doesn't have a lifelink yet. It's going to cost him all of his resources to give it flying and lifelink, which is not enough for the damage output that I've got on the table. So he really needs to draw probably another diamond resource. He really needs an answer for Fist. If he doesn't have the answer in hand this turn, he needs to draw it probably on the next turn. And I've got a Honeycap in hand as well, which is basically at this point it's another Fist. It's more removable. Okay, so he's got the 2, so he might have the card he needs. Okay, so there's the conflict. Yep, it's okay, good. So that's good for him. So he was probably waiting for that. Still not in a great spot though. I mean, I've got a lot of cards coming to Onslaught here. I can actually buff my Howling Brave in the following turn and swing away with it if I draw a resource. With like no qualms at this point in the game. Of course, if I don't, then I still have to hold on to it in case I draw into more 6 drops. 6 is pretty much the top end of this deck, so if I draw Secret Lab, I can use it to dig for more stuff. I can throw away Chlorophyllia at this point in the game. I can throw away well, the other Secret Lab, I guess. There's that Cloud Knight. Okay, that's going to help a little bit, but again, like I'll gladly trade a Rhino or a Sensei for a Cloud Knight. So, plus I've got another Crash coming down in this next turn. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Either Honeycap or Crash, one of the 2. Probably be Crash. He could attack with his totem here to try to force the Root Dancer, but he needs it as a blocker, a possible blocker here. So drawing a resource would be really good for me here. Let's see what we draw. Or drawing a combat trick. Okay, so resource. So I'm going to do exactly what we just talked about, of course. Oh, well, I guess I could actually cast both of these. 3, that's 7. So I have 7 with the Root Dancer, with that guy. Let's see. I think I can buff the Rhino. Yeah, let's go ahead and buff the Rhino. He's out of resources, so he can't really respond to him. That's a lot of trample damage, so we're going to buff our Rhino. That's that crush damage. And we'll play Honeycap and Crash in our second main phase. Swing in with our Rhino and Sensei, both of which we wouldn't have a problem trading for this ridiculous Cloud Knight. Yep, okay, he's going to trade there. Okay, interesting choice. Okay, Okay, so that's really good for me. And then second main phase, we'll go ahead and cast this guy to get our 7 resources. Play a 7/7 Honeycap. Seems pretty good. A little bit better than the Fist at this point in the game. And then another Crash of Beast for 2 more rhinos. So my board state looks really good. I don't know if he's running whatever it is, the mono diamond sweep, but I don't think that would really help him out here. He answered my Fist. He needs an answer for Honeycap here. He really does. Of course, he can chump block it with like Howling Brave for a turn. If I top deck Wild Aura, though, that's going to be a problem. So, got some really good draws this game, that's for sure. So, if he draws like that, my opponent from yesterday, okay, I guess he's saying good game, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's quite an onslaught there to top deck the 2 Crash of Beasts like that. And then, yeah, it's just too much for him to deal with. Okay, well, guess what I'm playing? Siding in. Battle Beetles. That's pretty much it. So we're just going to side in some Battle Beetles. That's pretty much it. Where is it? Mono ramp. There it is, mono ramp. Boo. And battle. That should pretty much give them fits at this point in the game. Just need to make sure they're gemmed properly. Spell shield. Come on. There it goes. Okay. So we're actually going to pull Fist out. Because he's really good, but I need the 6-drop. I also need removal, so I need the Squirrel Titan in. So we're actually going to pull out probably 3 of the Fists. We'll pull him down to like... Actually, I'll probably pull him down to 2, and actually I feel like I need that Sprite as well. Yeah, I'll take it down to 1. That should be just fine. Chaos Key's a little slow, maybe, against him, but does the job. It's more removal that I might need, so... He has an answer for Fist, so... He doesn't have an answer for Battle Beetle. So let's save the deck. Okay. Oh, he's not here. Okay. Let's just make sure it's saved. Okay then, real quick. Skirmisher probably isn't the greatest here either. Actually, you know, I could probably trade Skirmisher for another Dandelion Sprite, so I'm going to do that. Shoop. And let's save the deck. Mono ramp. What is it, Connie? Apparently my wife says I can't talk anymore. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just make funny gestures or something. This seems just fine. No turn 1, but... Draw a resource? Okay. I was gonna say. Dork? Wow, he got his dork. I didn't get mine. It's already looking better for him. So it looks like turn 2 Chaos Key, turn Turn 3 Crash, turn 4 Root Dancer. That's actually pretty decent with the hand that we have here, because we'll be able to do a lot with Root Dancer. We need to draw into some more spells, though. I've got a very slow Chaos Key for one of his ponies. Seems to be the only really big threat in this deck. So, I'm not too afraid just yet. We'll see what happens. He's got one. Some more Howling Brave, no plays, huh? Yep, no plays. We might have Totem. If I have to, I can Chaos Key a Totem as well, but it'll be quite some time before it gets out of hand. Oof. Well, I've got everything I need. The Root Dancer to buff him, he could have removal for it. Yeah, if he has removal for my Rhino and I don't draw any more threats, this could be pretty bad. Still has 7 cards in hand. He's only playing like... We didn't play any cards, did he, last turn? 4 resources. There's a Mariner he must have drawn into. I'm guessing he has removal because he's leaving resources up. He probably has removal for my Rhino, but that's fine. I'll trade a Rhino for his removal piece. I'm still not sure if he has Wild, whatever it's called in here. Either Wild Aura or the other one. +3/+3. Okay, well, that's pretty good. So, very likely he has removal when I attack him with this Rhino here. He can top take a spell here. No, that is not a spell. So I'm not in good shape at all now. Of course, he doesn't know that yet. I'll probably remove my Rhino here. That's what I expect to see. Yep, that's what I thought. Repel is really good removal. So I really need a top deck of threat here. Root Dancer by himself is pretty bad. Of course, his board state doesn't look that great either, so I might have some time. We'll see. It's going to be really bad if I have to play something. If I have to play a shard with nothing to buff. It's going to be really bad. If he plays his pony here, that's really bad. Of course I can Chaos Key it. we just untapped his Howling Brave so he can get a second activation. So he's got 6. I'm guessing this is for Lord Alexander. Or a Squirrel Titan. Okay, that's pretty good. Sure, that's respectable. So, removal from my Root Dancer seems pretty good. Yeah, I'm in a really bad position here. Really need to top deck something good here. As he basically swept my board state very effectively. Something good. A spell. I need a spell. Oof, that is not a spell. I don't think I can Chaos Key his Titan yet, so I'm gonna wait. I'll take 6. After I play this next Wild Shard in the following turn, I won't play anymore. Because I need him for Root Dancer if I draw one later. And 6 is the highest cost card I have in the deck, so my deck is flooding right now, which is unfortunate. There's a very good chance that can happen though in 24 or 25 lands. I'm running 24 in this deck. Spell here. Need something. Okay, that helps. So, double crash, I can double block his Squirrel, and I sacrifice 1 Rhino, so that stabilizes my board state for me. I don't have to waste my Chaos Key. So that seems pretty good, so we'll just play that out. I'm still on defense here, though. So, that helps. Repel, they changed it. It used to be attackers or blockers, now it's just attackers, so he can only use it if I go on offense, so if he's got another one of those in hand, it's not going to do anything for him. I hope that stabilized my board state for me, but all that really needs to happen is he just needs to top deck a whatever it's called, Manslayer Pony. Of course I have 1 Chaos Key for it. Okay, Living Totem's pretty bad here, because he's got plenty of time to get it up to speed. I only have 3 pieces of removal on the deck. I have 1 in play right now with the Chaos Key. I got a Squirrel Titan and another Chaos Key, so I don't have a lot for his stuff, and I really didn't come out the gate as quickly as I'd like to with this deck. Howling Brave is not what I want to see here. I'm going to play it out as a chunk blocker. Sit on my other 2 cards. That's pretty much all I can do here. So I'm sitting on defense. So we'll just wait. Yep. Makes him a 3/4. strike as well, so it's really a bad block for me all around. I really can't do anything more than chump block his totem at this point, because he can activate his abilities on the stack and get him out of range. If he attacks with his Squirrel Titan, I can still double block that. Of course, if he's got Wild Aura or some sort of pump spell, I lose both my rhinos, so, but I don't think he has it. He might have it. There's a very good chance he has it. So 6 plus 2 would make it 8. I can't, if I block with everything. He's got so much resources open. Do I think he's playing with pump spells or not? I don't think he is. I hate doing this. Well, let's see if I swing back, but he's got 7. I've got 7. And he's ahead. Yeah, just... I don't like that at all. He's probably got the pump spell. So I'm trading 2 rhinos for a pump spell here. Yep. Okay. Well, at least I know he has it. Yeah. Realistically, it's 1 card for another card. So this looks like right now this is probably his game. I'm going to have to Chaos Key his Living Totem in the next phase here. Blocker now for his Squirrel Titan. I'm guessing he just drew into that pump spell. If I could top deck, I don't know, something. If I could top deck a Battle Beetle, that would be pretty good for me here. No, Secret Lab's not going to help that much. So I have to Chaos Key his thing before it gets out of hand. But he probably has a Baneslayer Pony in hand that he's just sitting on. If I play a shard here, I can tap this, and that'll give me 3. I can play my Secret Lab here, so I'll go ahead and do that. I'm taking 6 in my next phase. I'll put me to 8. I'm on a 3-turn clock. I don't know that I can stabilize this board state here. I'd be very surprised if I could. Yeah, I think I just top deck. I just flooded too much flood. He took care of my 1 threat, which I kind of knew he had the repel for, but I mean that's just basically going card for card with someone. He's playing a Surge Mechanism here, which I think is really a bad card for this deck. I really don't think that's a good card at all in this deck. I think it's just a dead card. I don't know, I guess it could work for him. That tells me he doesn't really have very much else in his hand to play. He obviously doesn't have. I mean, I guess he could play Baneslayer Pony in his second main phase here. I'm gonna have to throw away this Wild Shard, most likely in the Secret Lab, if I don't draw a good spell here. I really kind of don't want to draw Fist here, because he only blocks for 1 turn. Lots of 6 drops in the deck, though. You would think I would draw 1 here. Dandelion Sprite would be really bad. Battle Beetle, okay, that's respectable. I can play that. So let's go ahead and play that. So that should hopefully stabilize my board state. He can't target him at all, so. And Secret Lab only costs 1, so I can do that in his end step. No problems. I can actually swing him with Howling Brave, but I'm kind of scared too. I don't know that I should be. I'm going to save the Wild Shard to discard his Secret Lab. I'll put the point through. I think I'm okay to do this right now. Well, just in case. I'm gonna hold back. I'm just too defensive right now. There's no reason to attack him. So if he has another pump spell, that kind of takes care of Battle Beetle again. If I have to block his Squirrel Titan off. Still not looking like it's a great game for me. I mean, I kind of stabilized my board state. He probably doesn't have very much in hand we can do right now. If he's playing Surge Mechanism there, I mean, you would think he would just play more threats. So, let's see what happens. This is kind of going long, this game. Howling Brave. He might have basically overrun +3/+3 and crush for all his guys, and if he has that, it's game over if he draws it. If he did just draw it, he would have windmill slammed it, so I'm guessing he didn't draw it. Swinging with Mariner. Does he have 2 pump spells with Mariner? This doesn't make sense to me. He has to have 2 pump spells. I'm going to block it with Howling Brave, because I'd rather just trade than give up Battle Beetle. Because my Howling Brave is not really that useful for me right now. If he pumps, I'm going to Secret Lab in response. I don't think he has it though. Otherwise he would have used it. Just what I wanted. Okay. Resurrection. Okay, so that's interesting. He's playing that. So you can resurrect a guy every turn, so this is probably not my game at this point. I don't think I can come back now. Should wait for his end step for that, but... Away this Wild Shard, I get a Honeycap, I guess. That's kind of good. So what does he got to come back? He can pull back his Mariner? Wow, okay, so he doesn't even really have a lot that can come back here. Okay, well, I guess that helps. So I'm going to give my Battle Beetle flying and swing away. Second main phase, I'll play a Honeycap. It's only got 1 card in hand now, so... It's a really big Honeycap. So you need a double pump one of his guys to get past this Honeycap now. So he'd have to draw into it, and I don't think he has it. Of course, at the end of his turn, his guys just keep coming back. So he can actually pull back the Titan and then, like, deal damage to my Honeycap. He can deal 6 damage the first time. So the block here is probably Mariner. I'll take 5, that's fine. Because he's going to come back, Mariner will get bigger, pump spell, he wins here, but I was pretty much already behind this, so it's not a big deal. You know, the game's gone this long, I've probably lost. Just gonna untap his guys. Sure, bring back there. He gets bigger, he's a 5/5 now. And he can block. Let's see what I get here. Something better than Sensei would be good. Root Dancer's not the greatest. I think I'd rather just throw away the Root Dancer so I can cantrip with Sensei and draw more cards. So that's what I'm going to do here. You'll hardly ever see somebody do that. Throw away a Root Dancer like that. Can't really attack here. His guys just keep getting, we're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. Eventually you'll win. Yeah, we're going to play a Sensei here. I really need to just run a secret lab here. If I have chump blockers for him, no, I do not. If I draw like a Crash Beast, like that would be really good here. I really need to draw into a Crash Beast. I have to block all of his guys in the next turn. Well, I guess I could take the Brave. I can chump the Squirrel Titan. Block that guy again, so I guess I'll go ahead and give this guy flying. Push 5 more damage. I have to survive quite a while here. Surge mechanism, okay. Yeah, I have Chaos Keys in the deck. That's the only thing I could have that I could draw into to deal with that resurrection. So the block here is going to be Honeycap to Mariner, and then Chump block Squirrel Titan. Totem seems really good for him here. Would have been really nice to do a turn 3 Battle Beetle, because that would have been game. I can almost guarantee it. He can't deal with it. I mean, we're already seeing that he really can't deal with it. It's just that his board state is such that it doesn't matter. Battle Beetle doesn't. It's probably kind of inconsequential here. Just, I don't know why he isn't attacking with a dork, but whatever. Okay, it's fine. So I just do the same blocks we just talked about. I mean, there's no way I could block that dork here, so I don't know why he wouldn't swing away with it. I feel like that's a play mistake. He's got plenty of resources. I don't know what he would spend all. Why he would need one more resource here. Yep, huge 7/7. Can't stop him. the party. And another Wild Shard. Just, yeah, just, that's the story of this game right now. Just flood, flood, flood. So you can chump block this guy, no problem, because his guys just keep coming back, and then he swings back in response. Like I can give this guy flying and deal 5. If I could give them both flying, that would be game. 8, 9, 10. Actually, I wouldn't, but that's fine. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, wait, gain some life. Okay, sure, yeah, I'll gain some life. So I can block Battle Beetle to Squirrel Titan infinitely, unless he pumps him, and take 3 for a while, kill Mariner one more time, and then it's trouble. I have one more turn, really. I gave myself one more turn. Of course, he can give his living totem flying, and then I can't really stop it. Well, I guess I can throw Battle Beetle in the air, but yeah, I don't really have an attack to make here. If he throws his totem in the air, he can. I have to throw Battle Beetle at it, and I take 4 from Squirrel Titan instead. He's gonna make his totem really big here. He kind of did too. Of course, most of this is his surge mechanism. Looks like we're going to a game 3 here, though. So let's see what the resources he has on the table. He can buff him another 3 times. 4 times. He can buff him 4 times. 4 times, make him a 7 something. 7, 8. I need to make sure to give my Battle Beetle flying before combat. Actually, I'll just do it now. It's fine. Prep phase is fine. He'll have flying till the end of his turn, so I can make the blocks properly depending on what's going on. I think I have another turn here. He sided the resurrection in. I wonder if it's like a 2 of or what it is. I mean, it seems like it'd be really clunky in this deck. He just kind of got to it. So again, this is probably not going to be the typical game I would think in this matchup. So if he has 2 more, he can only buff him 2 more, which puts him at 7, puts me down to 1. So the best block to make here is block that there, block that there, and I'll take 5, 6, 7 if he buffs him, which he probably will. He can give him lifelink in here to put himself further out of range too. see. It's a 9/9 Mariner. It's bigger than my Honeycap. He was eventually going to get there, I had no doubt about that. How's it that he has so many things to give his stuff vigilance? Seems like a lot. Keeps on tapping all his stuff. Give me a spell. At least give me a spell to go out on. Okay, a Crash Ace. Okay, so that's pretty decent. Let's see what else we get with the Secret Lab. He has a blocker now with Totem, so... Today, McFly. Is he... I wonder if he's waiting. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Story of this deck right now. Nothing really to do. There's no good attack to make here, so we'll just play Crash. He's got 5 flying damage, so I have to chump block him with my Battle Beetle here. We got 3 Crash and Beasts to play here. Three Beasts are coming out. Like it's going to be Honeycap to Squirrel Titan, Chump Block, Mariner, Chump Block, Totem, or something. Let's just go to game 3 here. I'm tired of playing this. Let's go to game 3. This is the hand that I want to see. Awesome. Turn 2 Crash a Beast, turn 3 Crash a Beast. Seems, or actually, yeah, that's crazy. Especially versus this deck, which is going to come out the gate with a lot of tiny little things. That's exactly what I want to see. That's got 2 in hand, so that's 4. I'm within 2 shards of playing this Battle Beetle. Drew my Howling Brave, that seems really good. This matchup, drew 2 of them. So it's really important when you start playing and when they actually have timers that make a difference in this game. That when you have he hasn't missed a Howling Brave turn 1 drop. This series is crazy. I know, right? It's really important especially like in a control matchup, to know like you just basically can't come back and you need to either go to game 2 or 3 sometimes to save time in the round. Yeah, I know, it's a really good opening to get the Howling Brave in your opening hand. It's crazy that he went 3 games and picked it up. Yeah, that's just, I don't know what the odds are on that, but they can't be very good. Turn 2 crash is always good too, though. Like, he's dealing some damage in the following turn. He doesn't have a good answer for it. I mean, he can remove it, but he's using his removal card for, you know, a 3/3 Rhino. I guess it's a decent trade. This next turn I've got another crash, and I can play a Howling Brave, and then if I draw another card, another shard, I can play a Battle Beetle, and my hand is dumped out. And like I said, I don't think he can deal with an early Battle Beetle like that. So hopefully this should be my game here, is what it looks like to me from this standpoint. Of course, he has 6 cards in hand. It's quite a lot. This is Diamond Resource. Of course, we haven't seen very much. So he has got his turn 1 Braves, but we saw him play like 1 Baneslayer pony. So he isn't drawing his Baneslayer ponies. So I think I'd rather him draw Howling Braves than Baneslayer ponies any day. Honeycap seems really good here. Okay, we're going to go to our attack step. We'll play our Rhinos in the second main phase. Swing in. See if he has his typical response here. Nope. Does he have it? Does he not have it? Doesn't look like it. No, he doesn't have his removal. Or at least he didn't use his removal. Second main phase will play Crash. Use the Howling Brave to play Howling Brave. Have to be really careful here because I could go to my end step without playing my Howling Brave. There we go. So right now we've got a 5/5 Honeycap ready. 5 resources, not quite enough to play the Battle Beetle in the next turn. So it'll either be Honeycap or Battle Beetle depending on what we draw in this next turn. 9 damage from the Rhinos. It's a lot. Pretty far ahead at this point. Our board state looks really good. Dumped out most of my hand as well. I've got 2 cards in hand compared to his 6 now. There's his Baneslayer pony. But Baneslayer pony doesn't really match up against Rhinos. So he shouldn't actually, I don't think that he should block it, but we'll see what happens. He blocked it before. Even better is if I draw the buff and he blocks it, which I haven't drawn in the last 2 or I haven't drawn it really at all. Resource would be good here. No, Dandelion Sprite's okay. We probably won't play, we'll play the Honeycap instead in the second main phase, so we'll go ahead and swing in with our Rhinos. He's out of resources, so he has no responses here. He could block, but it's, I don't know. I don't really see that as being a good option for him. Okay, well I guess he could pump something. Yeah, I guess he can pump this guy and then block. That's fine, I'll give up a Rhino for a pump spell. That's fine. Yeah, Wild Growth, okay. Perfectly fine with that. Okay, so second main phase, we'll go ahead and play that. And Honeycap it up. Nice 5/5 Honeycap. Still feel like I'm in pretty good position. Let's see, he gained a lot of life on that, so it kind of negated our life output, but I made him spend one of his buffs, so still pretty good. Kind of need to draw a resource now, though, to play this Battle Beetle and then not draw any more resources for the rest of the game. That would be nice. Taking 3, of course, from the Howling, or from the Baneslayer pony. And you'll gain 3, go back up to 20. Yeah, I need him to get. I need to play this Battle Beetle here to stop him from stabilizing his board state. He's got 4 more cards I really don't want him to play. So. Alright, that's really good for us. So we'll play the Wild Shard here, go to our attack step, we'll go ahead and gain our life. Why not? Swing in, see if he has another buff here. He might. Repel in my... Yep, Honeycap, that seems pretty good. Second main phase, we'll play our Battle Beetle, which you won't be able to deal with. At least not in the current board state. I guess he has no buffs because he would have used it there. To do that trick again, get rid of some of the other stuff in play. Still feel pretty good about this board state. He's got 3 cards in hand, which is quite a lot, but I mean those could be at least 1 resource in there. Swing back with Cloud Knight because he might as well. I don't really need to give my Battle Beetle flying. Dandelion Sprite's not going to be great here, but it'll chump block if I need it to. The big thing with Dandelion Sprite is once I get like Howling Root Dancer in play, it really shines. And of course, Root Dancer plus Battle Beetle would probably be where it's going to go anyways. So I'm going to hold on to this shard. There's no real reason to play it. Just go ahead, attack step. Swing in with the beef. No real reason to give Battle Beetle flying here because he's not going to block with Howling Brave. Damage, or well, that's no 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Takes it all, second main phase, play Sprite. And pass the turn. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually I don't know, I could fake him out. No real reason to though. I have a card in hand, but it's kind of dangerous. But nah, that's fine. It really doesn't make that much sense to try to fake him out here. So it gains it back. He has to block here on this next turn. Actually, I can attack with everything here in this next turn. Because I have the shard in hand, so I can lose one of my Braves, no problem. Because, yeah, ooh, a secret lab. I think I'll just go to attacks. Let's see how he blocks here. He's got 6 shards in hand, three cards in hand, 6 shards up. It should work that way, yes. All at once. So we can gain 3 back. I'm dealing 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 minus 3. I mean, he could buff his guy. Maybe gain 3 more, so he could gain enough. And he probably has the buff for his knight. Should have a buff here. He really needs to have a buff here. What does he mean? He doesn't know why I did that. I'll play a Wild Shard here. Yes. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I don't know why he did that. I basically cleared out his board state. Oh, why I did that. Good game. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, Resurrection would have saved him there. Resurrection wouldn't have saved him there. Because he can resurrect his 1 battle pony. And then, like, I swing in again, and it really doesn't matter. Because I deal 6, he gains 6. Hey, it might have helped. Maybe he just didn't draw the resource. I don't know what happened there. Alright, well, not sure exactly what happened there. Seeing in Resurrection, he could have brought back Panel Pony. That might have stabilized him, maybe, but nah. Alright, well, that was the Streamers Tournament. My wife is thoroughly annoyed with me at this point in the night. It is now really late, and so I need to go home, or, well, home to my bed. And so other than that, yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is the second tournament I've played in, so this is the first one I've actually won. So this is the first Hex tournament I've ever won in my Hex career. So it's been recorded now, which is pretty awesome. And, you know, really good competitors. A little bit clunky playing through the tournament. Other than that, no real big complaints. Erep, great competitor. Make sure that you guys are subscribing to him. You know, he was in my channel earlier. He looks like he's Ereppy, EREPPY. So make sure to subscribe to him. Also subscribe to all the other people that are going on. We also have tournament streamers starting tomorrow with Soldak, so you'll see both sides of the stream. I believe Erep also streams, so you should be watching his stream as well anyways. Other than that...